Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I know I say this all the time, but we're starting a brand new series. Ever since I built that 8 Mile trailer park, I have not been able to stop researching the history of Detroit. I've completely fallen in love with everything Detroit, so I wanted to recreate some buildings inspired by movies and TV shows that took place there. So far I'm working on St. Andrew's Hall, which is going to be a mix between the real building and how it appears in 8 Mile. I've also been researching the Tiki restaurant, but it's been hard finding visuals and pictures and videos of it because it no longer exists, but I'm really going to try to rebuild that. And of course, I couldn't represent Detroit without paying tribute to the building where Motown was born, Hitsville, USA. Founded by Berry Gordy Jr. in 1959, this little house on West Grand Boulevard became the first headquarters and recording studio for Motown Records. Legendary artists like Stevie Wonder, The Supremes, Marvin Gaye, The Temptations, and the Jackson 5 all recorded timeless hits here during the 1960s. Today it's home to the Motown Museum, which celebrates the history and legacy of one of America's most influential record labels. Motown was one of the first Black-owned record labels to achieve major mainstream success, proving that Black artists could thrive in a predominantly white industry. Berry Gordy created opportunities for Black musicians, songwriters, and producers during a time when those doors were often closed, making Motown a symbol of Black excellence, entrepreneurship, and unity during the Civil Rights era. If you want to learn more about Motown, I've made a playlist of all the videos I watched while researching Hitsville, USA, so make sure you check it out. I want to dedicate this build to both of my grandfathers. My love for Motown started with my pop-pop. Whenever my sister and I would visit him, he would always play the classics from that time period. He introduced me to the Temptations, the Commodores, and the Friends of Distinction. He passed back in 2017, but we still have his record player and a few of his old albums. So while working on this particular build, my G-Pop actually passed away. And to kind of cope with that loss, I disconnected from reality and recreated some of my favorite scenes from the Temptations series on TikTok. Those videos received so many kind comments and made a lot of people smile, so this build will always have a very special place in my heart. Let's also take a moment to honor all the Motown members we've lost. I won't list names because I'd hate to leave anyone out, but every single artist contributed to the incredible legacy of Motown music that continues to inspire generations. I placed this build in Willow Creek on a 30 by 20 lot. The main packs I used were businesses and hobbies, city living, get together, get famous, and basement treasures. For the lot type, you can set it as a home business or as a museum, depending on your gameplay. Here's my version of Berry Gordy, Smokey Robinson, and the Temptations. So I'm slowly recreating the Motown family for my Detroit save file, and they'll be available to download on my Patreon. There's a lot of people to recreate, and y'all know I do not like spending too much time creating Sims, but I will do my best. The Businesses and Hobbies pack has some great vintage clothing, so I dressed them only using that pack and the base game. I also built a few Detroit-style homes to fit the time period. One of them is based on Melvin's, aka Blue, from the Temptations' actual house in Detroit. He actually has a house that's still standing there. While building this, I learned that the Temptations series was actually filmed in Pittsburgh, not Detroit. So I just had to go on Zillow and find some authentic pictures of homes in Detroit. I used this as a starter home for my Motown artist. I divided it into 3 rental units with the for rent pack just so I can put them all in one location. Okay, let's head back to Hitsville, USA. So if you visit the real Motown building in Detroit, you'll notice the front lawn has been paved over and the 2 houses are now connected. So when Berry Gordy Jr. initially bought this home, it was a photo studio on the first floor that he turned into his recording studio. He also lived above the recording studio, so I turned the second floor into a small apartment. All right, let's check out the inside. Since this is a small lot, I had to get creative with my space. I've never been to the actual Hitsville building, and most areas aren't open for video recording. So I couldn't find any pictures of the actual waiting room. I gave it a vintage vibe with shag rugs and old posters. The kiosks up front are from the Businesses and Hobbies pack and are required when running this as a home business. Here is the control room where Barry Gordy works on his media skill that comes with the Get Famous pack. If you're running this as a business, make sure to lock this room for employees only, as well as the door in the waiting room. So here is my version of the legendary Studio A, where so many icons recorded hit songs. It's truly amazing that it still exists today. I added a karaoke machine from City Living to this small room. I decorated the main studio area with a lot of custom content instruments, but unfortunately a lot of them are not functional, like the cellos and the drum set. I used the stereo behind the piano to play soul music, which makes the build really come to life. This room was also called the Snake Pit based on the hanging microphones, so I replicated that by placing some hanging lights. Okay, so now let's check out the upstairs apartment. So my upstairs layout differs from the Real Homes layout. I saw an accurate floor plan while watching the Hitsville documentary on YouTube, but it was after I finished the build. I believe the stairs were facing a different direction and the living room was in this area, so I'm planning to make some changes in a later update. Okay, so let's quickly check out the house next door. Once Motown really started taking off, Barry Gordy expanded his business into several nearby houses. One location acted as a finishing school where the late Maxine Powell taught artists etiquette and stage presence. So I decided to make the connecting house a place where Sims can work on skills that a celebrity might need. The first floor has a photography area, which is perfect for taking pictures of your stars to display around the building. Now, currently there's a bug where photos can turn black after you place them, so maybe hold off until the bug is fixed. Upstairs has a dance room and a space for singing or charisma classes. There's also a spare bedroom and a bathroom on this floor. And finally, the attic is used for makeovers and styling Sims using the Get Famous pack. So that was my version of the famous Hitsville, USA. This build is available to download on Patreon and will be uploaded to the gallery after early access. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more builds inspired by movies and TV shows. I've got so many creative projects coming, and I just can't wait to share them all with you. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video.